did some free writing. So like I said, I don't know if it's poetry per se. Just some things on my mind.
Hmm.
What do you give when you let go of pain, of hurt, of residual love? What do you give when you forgive? I give space, expansion, royal grace. Giving is not always kind. It is not always thankful. Giving for me is release. It is sharing the weight of resentment. While I find the words, forgiveness happens with age, with time, with justice. Justice is given. Revenge is thrown. Justice is honoring everyone involved. A tarot queen whispered righteously on the yellow folds of a friend's bed. Does revenge honor anyone? Could a salvaging be forgiven? Collectively caught in a fit of finding, or collectively held in a web woven for all? Will the entanglement toxify or cleanse? An awakening needs not trap, and yet, like a spider's web, it unapologetically snatches prey, reveals certain depths, and captures the unforgiven wounds. An awakening is sticky, gauzy, geometrically sacred. Does it tangle or does it leave? And what grace can I give myself for choosing to open to its whimsy? And why am I resisting to forgive others for not succumbing to the wordless music that welcomes the spider and I to leave? Why suppress the weight of wanting the world to be different? Why not give myself and any or all permission to release this longing and give it justice? Is that not what it means to forgive? Can I forgive the intimidation within and without? Can I bring love to the steaming resentment that can no longer be contained? I'm angry at the cobwebs that cannot be unseen. I grieve the old space, the cleanliness of the past, the way we joke and tease. I miss craving sunshine and shadow. I even miss the furry spider who followed me for a fortnight on the ceiling, and the way I released my fear of her, and the way she chased my partner on the gravel outside, wanting to come back in. Homesick for the temporary. Maybe I am also homesick for the temporary, wishing for a past as elusive as that spider's web. What is there to forgive here in my restlessness? Or is this a lesson of acceptance rather than release? What if I hold it all? And what if I am the web and do not fear the spider and do not crave its prey?
I love the way your words brought that out.
Thanks.
Now, how will we reread this?
I'm curious if maybe you can read my cursive.
I can try. All right.
I started here.
What do you give when you let go of pain, of hurt, of residual love? What do you give when you forgive? I give space, expansion, royal rage. Giving is not always kind. It is not always thankful. Giving, for me, is release. Giving, it is sharing the weight. It is sharing the weight of resentment while I find the words. Okay. Justice. That's actually easier to cross out.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like that might have been some good stuff there. I really liked the royal rage part down here, and it not always thankful, so whatever. It happens with age. with time, with justice. Maybe justice is given. Revenge is thrown. Justice is honoring everyone involved. Justice is honoring everyone involved. A tarot queen whispered righteously, righteously on the yellow folds of a friend's bed. Something revenge. This. Oh. Does revenge honor anyone? Could a salvaging be forgiven? Could a salvaging be forgiven? Collectively caught in a fit of finding, or collectively held in a web woven for all. Will the entanglement toxify or cleanse? Is that correct? Nice. An awakening needs not trap and yet like a spider. An awakening need not entrap, and yet like a spider's web, it unapologetically attaches, snatches. Is that right? An awakening need not trap, and yet like a spider's web, it unapologetically
take that dog home with me. I like
snatches.
that dog.
Craig, come
I
listen. Come
no.
listen. We're reading. Come over.
What?
Come over and listening. Listen, we're reading.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come over.
No, sorry's bad magic word.
Okay.
I'm actually.
Hey, killer, stop it.
I can't
was
take
only
credit.
joking.
I
I
can't
wanted
take
to
credit. I'm rereading a poem that she had wrote. So.
Yeah.
Reveals certain depths, captures the unforgiven sound wounds. An awakening is sticky, gauzy, systematically sacred, geometrically sacred. Does it tangle and does it weave? And what grace can you give it? Can I give myself for choosing to open to it the whimsy, to its whimsy? And why am I resisting to forgive others for not succumbing to the world, to the wordless music that welcomes the spider?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start again. And why am I resisting to forgive others for not succumbing to the wordless music that welcomes the spider to weave? The spider and I to weave. It's an and I. It's actually, okay. That welcomes the spider and I to weave.
Is
Why
that in regular
suppress
handwriting?
the weight of wanting
No.
the world to be different?
Cursive.
Why not give myself and any or all permission to release this longing and give it to justice? It's that. Is that not what it means to forgive? Can I forgive the intimidation? Is that what that word was? Within and without? Can
Sweetheart,
I bring love to that steaming resentment?
I heard every
No
word
longer-
you said.
Yeah, continue.
All right, can you do me a favor? Can you let me read the poem? I am a very good
Ooh.
reader.
Okay, would you like to start from I'm?
No, I'll start from right from the beginning. if
Okay,
you
right
want me.
here. I'm angry.
I'm angry.
Can you pass it over?
Hang on a second.
It's
Make sure I got. Yeah, I got it.
it's very cursive.
It looks like very neat cursive.
Yes.
All right.
This is now wait, Zeus.
No longer I can continue. I'm angry at the cab, wealth, that cannot be unseen. That cannot be unseen. I will grieve the old This cursive is very
Now,
hard
I
to
was
read.
doing it better than you. I'm
You
coming
did
back.
do better than me.
See, I just heard her read it too, so let me try here. I'm angry. I remember this part. See,
Hey,
she just
Natalie.
read it. I remember the specific part. I'm angry.
Zeus is excited. He wants to say hi to you.
I'm angry at the cobwebs that cannot be unseen. I grieve the old space, the cleanliness of the past, the way we joke and tease. I miss joy. I miss craving sunshine and shadow. I even miss the furry spider who followed me for a fortnight on the ceiling. The way I released my fear of her. The way she chased my partner on the gravel outside, wanting to come back in, homesick for the temporary. Maybe I am also homesick for the temporary, wishing for a past as elusive, wishing for a past as elusive as the spider's web that is there to forgive here in my secretness. No. In my restlessness. Or is this a lesson of acceptance? Ooh. Rather than release? What if I hold it all? What if I am the web and do not fear the spider and do not crave its prey? That was her, not me. She's,
You know
she's
what?
the artist
Thank
here.
you.
That
Sorry,
was very
No, it was
beautiful
very, it's
poetry.
very beautiful.
But your handwriting is so neat that sometimes you can't. Certain letters and words
Yes.
it may look like an S or whatever, but your handwriting is beautiful. You know, because I could usually read pretty good. You know, and can I tell you, you thought this dog didn't like me. the
He
way
loves
started
you.
barking.
We appreciate you coming over to listen.
Hey, can I tell you something? I found a book on poetry down here with this big fat book
Who was that
sitting
with?
Go over to the park with the kids.
I did like 3 times.
Okay.
on the bench. All
Look
right,
at the
it was
plants.
sitting on the bench. I come down, I did some shopping over here in Seatown at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Zeus.
And I went to the liquor store. All right? And I came back and the 2 books were sitting there.
Okay.
And you know what it said? The one book was a thin paperback. It wasn't that thin, it was about like this. Okay. All right? It said The Sun and His Flowers. And it had all these poems in it. And these little picture figures with all these poems. I read a couple of the poems. I really didn't think it was all that good, but it was good enough to be published, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever read the book, because I didn't start reading it yet. It's a hardback about that thick. It's called The Girl That Kicked the Hornet's Nest. Did you ever hear of it? Did you?
Yeah.
Is it worth reading?
There's an ant
I
on
don't know.
there.
I only have heard of it.
You've only heard of it, but it says The Girl That Kicked the Hornet's Nest, you know? You know what?
So you had some of your. If you have those books with you, you can bring them back and share some of those poems. Even you don't have to write your own poetry here.
Well, I live 20 minutes up the street.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to make it
Yeah.
down there. I hope to see you again if I do,
Blessings.
and I know I can make it up there and back.
We do
Not
this every
bad.
Wednesday from 5 to 7. So come by next Wednesday if you want.
Next Wednesday?
Sure.
Um,
5 to 7 if the weather is okay.
hey, do you know what? 5 to 7 next Wednesday. I will try. See, I always thought I knew I couldn't sing. I always thought I was going to be a songwriter someday.
Ah.
I wanted to write songs for Mick Jagger, David Bowie,
See, the truth
and all those
comes
people
out.
from the '80s.
See, we have a lot of people who actually are like rappers or something, or songwriters.
I'm not
and they'll
a
come in
rapper.
and no, but either way, all anything, even story writers.
Yeah.
And they come in and share their tidbit. It's not
Well,
only poetry.
I would like to
You know,
try
it could be any
write
style.
a poem where I would think that it would open your mind up a little bit. I would probably start, my poem would probably be a poem about love.
Okay.
I am straight. Okay, I'm not gay. But he was a friend of mine. Alright? I don't know where he came from. But where he came from wasn't where I was from. But he was the greatest guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
we all know
Something
one of
like
those.
that. Something like he was the greatest guy I ever met. You don't know why I love him so much. Because when we shook hands and we touched, he was the greatest guy. I love him so much. Now, is that a little bit of poetry?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But if I really sat down and wanted
And
to
actually
write
wrote
a
it.
poem
And
about
put it
a
down.
woman or a guy or whatever,
Well, look at, we have people reread the poem as you just saw. So you could have the poem reread in a woman's voice.
yeah.
And then it could have a double entendre or whatever.
Yeah.
But you would know what it meant because you're the writer. And it
But,
would have beautiful, deep meaning.
You know, the thing here is, I would probably really, if I wanted to write a poem, it would probably be about my mother and my sister. Right? You only get one.
Yeah.
That's all you get. When you grow older, don't ever forget. Okay? You only get one mother. And 3 sisters, too. But I love her so much. Alright? She will be there in my heart to my dying day. Until I can say Jesus Christ. And I say, my sister Mary. Now, is that a poem? Or
Basically,
not?
you're freestyling over here.
That was freestyle.
Thank you for being here and sharing all your words. Because I can feel your emotion in it, and that's what matters. And it did
But
sort of
that's
rhyme
who I
even.
would probably